Gene Levy, I maintain to this day, did the best Alex Trebek ever. Better than Will Ferrell. He looked more the part, too. He had the dark hair and he had the black mustache. And at first, when they did the takeoff, he was introduced as Alex Trebell. And then I guess they decided, hey, let's forget about this charade. Let's just call you Alex Trebek. And John Candy and Catherine O'Hara and all of the SCTV guys were the students, and they were so stupid, and it was so funny that it took me, I never got to see it, but it took about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years after I left Canada before somebody sent me a tape, a compilation of all of their bits that were done as takeoffs of Reach for the Top. And so I looked at them all at once. I said, my gosh, these guys are so bright. Dave Thomas. Oh, I loved it. And the same is true today. People who come to the studio always ask me, how do you feel about the Saturday Night Live takeoffs of Jeopardy? I love them. It means you've arrived. If you do a takeoff of somebody, it's a sign that you believe your audience will immediately recognize who you're poking fun at. And if that's the case, that means there must be a lot of people who have watched your show over the years or are watching now, so they know immediately what the reference is. And as a result, I get people asking me that all the time. So you're popular not only because of your own show, but because of the takeoffs and the mentions on other shows. And it applies to other people as well. Larry King has mentioned in the past. He was in one of our Celebrity Jeopardy tournaments, and he mentioned to me later on, a few years after that, he said, I'm on the air 5 days a week, an hour each day, and yet I can't tell you how many people come up to me and say, oh, I saw you on Jeopardy. They don't think of saying, I watch you on your show every day or 3 days a week or 4 days a week. I saw you on Jeopardy. And we get people who talk about the Cheers episode. And the Cheers episode was done, I believe, in our 8th year. We've just begun our 24th year. So that was 16 years ago, and people are still talking about it. People come to our studio and they say, I remember when you were on Mama's Family. Okay. We all looked a lot different then. I was dating Mama, but that's another story.